Britain should follow the example of Canada and stand up to the EU in the same way Ottawa did during the turbot war in the 90s, unearthed reports suggest. Before the negotiations on a future trade deal between the UK and Brussels even started, the French government made it clear to the EU's chief negotiator Michel Barnier that he had to push for stronger commitments on regulatory alignments and access to UK fishing waters in return for maintaining free trade. Ever since the 2016 EU referendum, French President Emmanuel Macron has been championing the bloc's fisheries demands. In 2018, he suggested that if the UK was unwilling to compromise in negotiations on fishing, then talks on a wider trade deal would have been slow. And in February, the Frenchman claimed he was willing to put up a fight over the issue. Despite Mr. Macron's hardline stance, the UK insists any fishing agreement must be separate from the trade deal with access negotiated annually in a similar fashion to Norway's agreement with the bloc. Norway is an independent coastal state, with the rights and responsibilities under international law associated with that status. Stocks shared with the EU are managed through annual bilateral negotiations. Each autumn these talks set total allowable catches on the basis of scientific advice. This contrasts starkly with the current position of the UK fishing industry within the EU's common fisheries policy, something the EU wants to maintain at all costs. In order to achieve a new quota-sharing agreement, though, unearthed reports suggest Britain's only option might be following the example of Canada. A 10-year controversy between Ottawa and Brussels involving overfishing and fishing violations by EU vessels from Spain and Portugal in international waters outside Canada's 200-mile limit only came to a head in 1995. Fishing in those waters is managed by the Northwest Atlantic Fisheries Organization, NAFO. With scientists warning that turbot, the largest remaining commercial fish stock in the Northwest Atlantic, was overfished, NAFO established a total allowable catch and quotas for the 1995 fishing season.